Oh, look who's laying down and rolling over. What a good boy. That's a happy horse. What a happy horse. Good boy. Hey, buddy. Right back at you. Freedom Munitions 150 grain, 7.62 by 39. Now that is a big bullet for 7.62 by 39. Usually they're around 122, 123, 124, something like that. So this is quite a chunkier bullet right here. And I wasn't really exactly sure what you would use this for. Maybe some of y'all can help me out in the comments, but I really like oddball cartridges. A 150 grain 7.62 by 39 is definitely pretty oddball, and it doesn't have a soft point. I think a lot of people use heavier grain 7.62 by 39 for hunting, but you want a soft point for hunting, and this is just a regular round nose right here. It's not even a hollow point. And so I was thinking, well, besides just regular plinking, which you would do with regular, 7.62 by 39, something like 122 to 124 grain stuff, this right here I was thinking maybe is supposed to be used for suppressors. I do not have a 30 caliber can. I hopefully will in the future, but as of right now I do not, so I can't exactly test this with a suppressor. But I still want to see how well it cycles out of a few different firearms that I brought out, as well as how the accuracy is, and as well as we're gonna do a couple of tests. Got the chronograph set up, so we'll do some chronograph testing, see what kind of velocities we're getting, but also I wanted to do some sort of a penetration test, just in case you do want to use this stuff for hunting purposes, or just whatever, you want to see how it penetrates. 150 grains is definitely going to penetrate pretty far, and I was thinking about making some ballistics gel, but it would take a lot of ballistics gel in order to stop a 150 grain 7.62 by 39. It takes a lot of ballistics gel just to stop a 124 grain 7.62 by 39. The 7.62 by 39 cartridge has really good penetration, so I was thinking that I was going to skip the ballistics gel and maybe just do some water jug testing. So I brought out a bunch of water jugs, and we're going to just see how many water jugs it takes to stop a 150 grain 7.62 by 39. By the way, take a shot for every time I say 7.62 by 39. Anyways, let's go ahead and just start with some chronograph testing. But to show you guys, our test platforms are going to be the pretty standard AK-47. It is a GF3, GF3 PSA AK-47, or a PSAC. And then everybody's favorite besides the AK-47, the good old SKS here. This right here is, I believe it's a 1966. I did a video on this, and I thought it was used in the Vietnam War. I was way off, and some of you very politely corrected me in the comments, so thank you for that. But yeah, I just love this gun. It's got so much character. It is beat up to hell, and I'm pretty sure it was used in like the Balkan Wars by Albania. And whoever had this rifle, I wouldn't say didn't take good care of it, but they definitely put it to good use. And this thing just got beat to hell. But it's all matching numbers. Obviously, I did replace the gas tube right here for an optics mount, as well as the magazine right there for a Tapco detachable magazine. A lot of y'all in my first video thought that I permanently altered the firearm, which is not the case, and I will show you guys in a second. I figured that a lot of you guys want to Oh my gosh, there's a cow down there. Well, I'm gonna have to move that cow. But anyways, I figured a lot of you guys are probably gonna be using a stock SKS if you're using it with this ammunition right here. So I did bring the original mag for it, and we'll test it with the Tapco mag as well as with the stock 10 round box mag. And obviously we're gonna get pretty good velocity with the 20-inch barrel. That AK-47 is a 16-inch barrel, as well as this little guy right here. This is a 7.62 by 39 AR build that I did. This guy right here, I also have a video on, so feel free to go check that out. But it is like a Target 7.62 by 39 AR. I wanted to be able to sling those heavier projectiles like the 122, 123 grains out to 300 yards and accurately. So I'm going to try and do some long range testing with this 150 stuff right here, and hopefully we'll push it out to 300 yards. But we'll definitely do 100 yards, which we've got a target down there at 100, and then we'll do 200 yards, and then hopefully if I still have daylight, we'll do 300 yards. So anyways, it's a very lightweight, as a matter of fact, even though it's got a heavy 16-inch barrel on there, which the barrel is definitely the heaviest part, but it's got your KP15 polymer lower, and it's got a, the scope is actually pretty cool. It's a Nikon. I know a lot of you guys don't really like Nikons, but this thing's great. And this one's actually their tactical 300 black. So like the dots on it's like a mil dot scope, and then the dots are set for 300 blackout. I think out to 1, 2, 3, 4. I think out to like 400 to 500 yards, something like that. So we'll see how it does with some 7.62 by 39, 150 grain. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with the AK, and we'll do some chronograph testing real quick. But yeah, I gotta get rid of these cows. Son of a gun. Give me 1 sec. There they go. All right, let's start shooting. All right, we're gonna start with the AK. And I'm just gonna load up 5 rounds in each real quick, just to get a decent read on the chronograph. So for right now, it's loading up just fine into a standard US Palm AK mag right here. All right, so we're at 10 yards. This will also kind of be the first reliability test, just to see if it functions okay in these 3 different rifles. All right, 2080. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting this stuff to go pretty slow compared to a normal 7.62 by 39, which is usually about 23 to 2400 feet per second. 2049. 2043. 2072. 2036. And it cycled all 5. Very nice. So the it's pretty consistent. I think it was in between 2080 and 2036, so you got about a 44 feet per second spread, which is not too bad at all. All right, let's just stick with the 16-inch barrel. We're gonna do this guy real quick. And it's loading up into these AR mags pretty nicely as well. But we'll see if it functions. I mean, I'm sure it will. .2087. All right, here we go. Now we're picking up some speed. 2118. 2127. 2096. 2118. Locked back on the last round. And I'm pretty sure it seemed pretty overgassed. I think a lot of the ejection was happening at about a 2:30 to 3 o'clock position. Let's see here. Yeah, that's about a 2:30. That's about a 2:30. All right. It's a what's a dentist's favorite time? 2:30. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's move on to the SKS. And this right here is a 20-inch barrel, so whoops. So we should be getting slightly higher velocities out of the old SKS. Do 5 rounds right here in the Tapco magazine. I know everybody thinks that Tapco is really cheap, but it's actually made in USA and it's decent quality. I mean, it works just fine. I rarely have any jams with this SKS, and usually it's not really due to the magazine. Usually it's just due to, I don't know, something else. Maybe it is due to the magazine, but it doesn't really jam that much. Alright. So SKS here, and it's got a pretty cheap red dot. Let me turn that on. Woo! Okay, we're at 2099. He checked the brass like right in front of the chronograph. 2107. 2117. I'm hearing ricochets. But 2094. 2095. It's very consistent. But crazy enough, the 16-inch AR right here seems to be producing faster velocities than the SKS, the 20-inch SKS. But everything's going really nicely. It did lock the bolt back on the last round, so that's a good sign of things to come. So now that we got the chronograph testing done, let's I don't know, I kind of want to do the water jug testing real quick before the accuracy testing, so let's do that. Alright, so I got 6 jugs right here. I don't really think it's going to go through all 6, but I just wanted to put some extra out there just to make sure. We're going to take 1 round here and stick it in this mag. Since the AR right here seems to be having the best velocity, I want to use that to do the penetration test. So get some ears on. I'm going to scoot back a little bit and give it a shot. Well, look at that. It went through 5. Holy cow. It splashed the camera pretty good. Oh my gosh. Let me wipe off the camera. We'll see what we get. Okay. I should have labeled these, but yeah, we got a clean entry and exit. I know which way they're positioned because I put all the barcodes facing this way. So that actually might have started to tumble. Let's see what the other ones look like real quick. I mean, this one actually just completely exploded. So I'm pretty sure this was the first one. I could be wrong, but it exploded this one out. So we had pretty good penetration through the first one, but then it just completely dumped all of its energy. Looks like it exploded this one out too. I do not see a bullet yet. All of these jugs are just completely exploded out. And here's the last one, which it looks like, or I should say the fifth one. And this one, the side is completely exploded out. So who knows, that bullet could have just gone out the side somewhere or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't really see it anywhere. But I guess if you're wondering how many water jugs it will take to stop these 760 by 39 50 grain, 5 jugs. That's quite a lot actually. So that probably means it has pretty incredible penetration power. Dang, I really wish we caught the bullet. I really wanted to see what it looked like. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to some accuracy testing. I almost forgot. I said that we were going to do some testing with the box mag right here. So let me go ahead and just get that on there. What we want to do is go and lock this back. Take out the Tapco mag. What we got to do here, I think you got to put that on safe, and then knock this out. Yep, just like that. And then this. I think that sent the bolt forward. Pretty sure you want to have the bolt back while doing this. Alright, there we go, like that. Then you take your fire control group. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take down this video because of this part. There we go. Alright, back in business. Cool. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do some reliability testing real quick. Load up a full 10 rounds. Just for simplicity, I'm going to do 9 rounds to leave me with a even number of rounds for accuracy testing. Alright, let me go ahead and get some ears on real quick. Alright, so most of y'all will probably be shooting your SKS with the standard box mag right here. And seems to be working just fine. Alright, I'm not going to shoot the target, but I'm going to shoot at the berm. I don't want to mess up the target, so because I just resprayed it. But here we go, 9 rounds. Alright, let me turn this on. Perfect. Lock back. It's all good. So yeah, this stuff will cycle just fine in your y'all's regular SKS, SKSs, SKI. Oh. Anyways, not that there's too many of these left on the market, but for those of you who are lucky enough to have an SKS, it'll work just fine. All right. So for some 100-yard accuracy testing, I think I'm just going to do 5 rounds really, because I don't really have a lot of time. That sun's going down pretty quickly. Having to wrangle those cows kind of ate up a lot of time, and I'm running out of sunlight. So this rifle is sighted in with the Tula 120, I can't remember. I think it's 123. It might be 122 or maybe 124. So I'm expecting for this stuff to hit a little bit lower. So we'll see. All right, going hot. Okay. There's actually not that much drop at all, but I wouldn't exactly say it's accurate. Let's go ahead and push it out to 200 yards because 100 yards is a piece of cake. So I'm actually not very happy with that group right there. So I'm going to do another 5 rounds because I think I can do better. I don't think that's really the ammo's fault. But we are losing sunlight quick. So 5 more rounds here. Get some ears on here. All right, let's try this one more time. One more round. I'm gonna hit the little target. Got it. So yeah, it's about a 2-inch group maybe. Something like that. Alright, well, that might be like a 3-inch group. Now I know that there's a shot that's pretty low there, and a shot that's a little high as well, but you can see that the majority of those 10 rounds were pretty much right there in the center at, within about a 2 to 3 inch group. So I like it. The little target, I did hit high right, but I think that's just because I might have jerked the trigger a little bit. But you can see from the big target there that we're at about, maybe 3 inches, something like that. So not too bad. We are rapidly approaching sundown right now. Whoop. And it just got a little chilly, so I just threw the jacket on. But it's still probably about 60 to maybe 55 degrees, something like that. So we load up, excuse me, load up 5 rounds here. We'll just see how we do with 5 rounds. Because I would love to just get out to 300 yards before we totally lose sunlight. But right now we're at 200. And something tells me it's going to have no problem at 200 yards. I'm going to probably use the first hash mark on the reticle. Alright. This stuff shoots to the right. I'm pretty sure about that. Again, this scope is sighted in for the Tula. And this stuff, that windage, the elevation's perfect. But the windage is a little bit to the right. Dang. That was a double up. I hit the very edge of the target. You know what? I want to do 5 more rounds. Why not? It's shooting really nicely at 200 yards though. That was very consistent. Being able to chuck 150 grain round down range at 200 yards very accurately. It's a nice feeling. Yeah, no problem. All right, let's do 300 real quick. This guy right here is annoying the heck out of me. He keeps screwing everything up, and I got no sunlight. But we do have moonlight. Look at that moon up there. And we are set up now at 300 yards. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the lighting real quick. Alrighty. We're about to have ourselves a beautiful sunset. Let me go ahead and load up the last 5 rounds of this magazine here. Or I mean of this box. Let's see here, I think October 22nd, something like that. So we have a beautiful fall evening here. And the leaves are changing in the trees. And it just looks so beautiful. Alright, here's 8 rounds. Let's just go with 8 rounds right now. I got that bull watching me. I hope he doesn't come up behind me. I was worried he was going to knock everything over when I was setting up the target. So, alright. Nope. Gotta load it. 300 yards with the 150 grain 7.62 by 39 made by Freedom Munitions. I guess I'm going to be using the 3rd hash mark. Let's see where that hits. Yeah, that was probably low. I'm going to try the 4th hash mark. By the way, there is some combine noise behind me. It's corn harvest season, so it might be a little loud in the background. No? Shoot. Gotta find my hold here. I forgot it actually shoots a little to the right, so maybe I should aim a little left. There it is. Yeah, I was using the 4th hash mark, and I put it on the left edge of the target. There it is. I think I need to use like right in between the 4th and the 5th hash mark. Yeah, no problem. All right, let's do some more real quick. We'll do like 7 more rounds here. So that way I'm left with an even amount. But I like this stuff so far. It seems to be pretty accurate. You know, with the 300 blackout scope, it's obviously not lining up exactly with the hash marks, but it's close enough. I mean, out to 200 yards, it's like spot on, but at 300, there's a significant drop. I bet with, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, this is zeroed with the Tula stuff, and I think I was shooting that stuff like 400 yards. So, if you want to see that, go back and watch the video on this guy. So, 7 more rounds here. See if we can make these all hit. That bull's moving on. I don't think he likes gunshots. He was just wondering what I was doing. But then he was like, oh my God, that's loud. Everyone was a hit. That's awesome. And it's grouping pretty nicely down there. Let's go take a look. So look at the sunset. It's beautiful. All right. Back to the target though. Here it is. One sec while I adjust the lighting. All right. Well, the 7.62 by 39, 150 grain, made by Freedom Munitions, and at 300 yards. So I think this right here was when I realized I needed to aim to the left. But once I started aiming, I was putting like the 4th, the 5th hash mark, like basically right over here, and I was getting this group right here, mostly right here. So it definitely shoots to the right, but it's pretty tight at 300 yards. I mean, every single shot was a hit, definitely from those last 7 rounds. But this right here is, I don't know, maybe 5-inch group, something like that. Maybe even 4 inches, you know, if I really dialed it in. But yeah, I mean, this is a very accurate rifle for one thing, but it's also a very accurate round. The 150 grain stuff made by Freedom Munitions. So I guess that's about it. I was just happy that I was able to get out to 300 yards before the sun completely went down, and I was battling those cows off camera like the whole time. It was getting to be so frustrating. But we got a beautiful sunset, and I'm going to go ahead and call the video and enjoy the rest of this evening. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching.